There is a kind of quiet that does not come from the absence of sound. It comes from something deeper, something that waits beneath the surface of thought. As you lie here now, in the dimness of this hour, that quiet begins to open like a slow dawn inside you. You don't have to reach for it. You only have to notice that it's already here. Feel the weight of your body resting, the gentle pull of gravity, the softness of the fabric beneath you. The body knows this place of stillness. It remembers it even when the mind forgets. The mind is restless. It moves in circles, chasing itself through memories and plans. But the body has always known how to rest, how to listen, how to belong to the world. Take a slow breath. Let it fall all the way in, as if you are breathing not only air, but the quiet of the room. And as you exhale, let the edges of your thoughts soften. You are not trying to control the breath. You are not performing calmness. You are simply noticing what is already happening, the rise and fall, the receiving and releasing, the small waves that carry you closer to yourself. Before the mind speaks, the body already knows. It knows the language of warmth, the weight of fatigue, the hum of aliveness beneath the skin. It knows when to slow down, when to yield, when to listen. You don't need to teach the body how to be present. It is the mind that must learn to follow. For a moment, imagine that your breath is a bridge. Each inhale, a step inward. Each exhale, a return to the world. Back and forth, a rhythm older than words. You are both sides of that bridge, the inner and the outer, the one who breathes and the air that moves through. There is no separation here, only exchange. Listen, not with your ears, but with your whole being. The stillness is not empty. It is full of subtle life. You might sense the faint pulse of your heartbeat echoing in the quiet, the soft current of blood flowing, the tiny contractions of breath expanding your chest. This is your body speaking in its own way, a language of movement and rest, of surrender and return. Let the mind settle into the rhythm of the body. Like a leaf resting on water, it doesn't need to do anything to float. It only needs to stop resisting the current. The body carries it naturally, patiently, gently. Here, knowing is not a thought. It is a feeling, a recognition. The world touches you with every breath you take. The night is deep, but not heavy. It holds you in its quiet arms, the way the sea holds a drifting boat. You are safe here, in this stillness that has no edges. The breath moves, the heart moves, and the rest of the world moves with you. The longer you stay here, the more you can feel it, the slow unfolding of calm, the delicate balance between body and air, the truth that there is nothing to fix, nothing to chase. Just this steady awareness of being alive. So let go now. Let go of the effort to understand, to name, to know. Let the body lead. It knows the world not through thought, but through touch, through rhythm, through rest. The mind will catch up later. For now, breathe. Let yourself be held by the silence that has always known your name. There is a quiet truth resting beneath you now. The truth of weight. The weight of your body, pressed gently into the bed. The slow, steady pull of the earth beneath you saying, you belong here. You are being held, not by effort, but by gravity. That invisible tenderness that keeps everything from drifting away. Feel it, the way your back sinks slightly into the surface, the way your hands rest, open, soft against the sheets. The weight is not a burden, it is proof proof that you are real, that you are here, that this body is not an idea, but a presence. To exist is first to touch. Before we understand the world, we feel it. The warmth of a pillow against your cheek, the faint pulse moving through your wrists, the cool air brushing against your skin. These are the first languages of being. Even now, the body is in quiet conversation with the world, each touch a whisper that says, I am. Notice the rhythm beneath your ribs, that soft, faithful heartbeat, a sound that has been with you since before you had words for life. It does not demand your attention, and yet it never ceases. It keeps time for you, the gentle drummer of your existence. And beneath that rhythm, a deeper stillness hums, the kind of silence that listens rather than speaks. The mind often tries to escape the body, to float above it, lost in thoughts and stories. But the body remains, patient and grounded. It does not argue or explain. It simply is. It waits for you to return, to remember that being alive is not something to solve. It is something to feel through weight, warmth, and contact. Let yourself sink a little deeper now. Imagine your body settling into the earth's quiet cradle, the bed beneath you, the floor, the ground, the planet itself. All layers of support stretching downward, endlessly. You are connected through every inch of pressure and rest. There is no gap between you and the world. You are not lying on the earth. You are lying with it. This weight, this simple gravity, is not a confinement. It is belonging. Every life you have ever known, every form of being, exists through contact, through the gentle truth of being touched and touching back. Even the air resting on your skin, the light brushing your closed eyelids, they are all parts of this great conversation of matter and meaning. Breathe softly. Let the exhale be a release, a quiet trust in the hands of the world that hold you without asking. You don't need to hold yourself up. You are already held. Your weight is not your burden. It is your song of presence. It is the body's way of saying, I am here, and the world feels me too. There are moments the mind forgets, but the body never does. Somewhere beneath the surface of muscle and breath, it keeps a quiet archive of peace. It remembers the warmth of sunlight once resting on your face, the slow sway of a tree in summer wind, the feeling of lying in tall grass with nothing to become. You may not recall the scene, but your skin still knows the light. Your lungs still remember the rhythm of that open air. The body carries memory not in words, but in sensations. The scent of rain, the cool press of evening against bare arms, the calm weight of someone's hand that once held yours. Every gentle thing you have ever touched remains, folded into the fabric of your being. It is why certain breezes feel like déjà vu, why silence can feel familiar, as though you've come home to something older than time. Take a slow breath. Let it move through you, like a tide returning to the shore. With every inhale, you awaken the body's quiet intelligence. With every exhale, you loosen the dust of thought. There is no need to search for peace. It has never left you. It lives beneath the noise, like a clear pool hidden under leaves. When you are still enough, you can feel it shimmer. Perhaps you remember a childhood afternoon where the air was heavy with sunlight and everything moved slower. No one taught you how to rest. You simply knew. You lay down because it felt good. You watched clouds because they asked nothing of you. That knowing was the body's wisdom, unspoken, effortless, and even now, grown and weathered, that wisdom hums quietly beneath all your layers of becoming. Understanding does not begin with thought. Before language, before analysis, there was sensation. The way the world touched you, and the way you touched it back. A child learns gravity before grammar, comfort before concept. The body knows first, and the mind names later. To remember that order is to return to a gentler kind of knowing, one that doesn't demand meaning, only presence. Listen closely. There is a memory unfolding in your hands right now, the soft pulse beneath the skin, the faint warmth gathering in your palms. That is life remembering itself, not a thought, but a current of being. The body speaks in this language of warmth and rhythm, and when you grow quiet enough, you can hear it clearly. Let your awareness drift over your shoulders, down your spine, through the weight of your legs. Each part of you is whispering its own story of belonging. The tension, the ease, the subtle ache, they are all messages, reminders that you are alive inside time. Even restlessness is a kind of conversation. If you listen without judgment, the noise of the mind begins to dissolve into understanding. The body remembers peace because peace is its natural state. The world may have hurried you away from it, but it has never truly left. It waits behind every breath, inside every pause between thoughts. You do not need to return anywhere else. You only need to feel what is already here. Breathe again. Feel how the air enters, cool, soft, forgiving. How it leaves, warm, slower, wiser. This is the body remembering. This is you remembering. Knowing does not have to be hard. Sometimes it is simply the act of feeling the world until it feels you back. There is a silence now, not empty but full of breath, full of warmth, full of the quiet pulse of being. You have touched stillness, and stillness has touched you back. In that exchange, something subtle awakens, a kind of listening that does not come from the ears. The body listens before the mind does. Long before thought has time to speak, the body is already aware of light shifting behind your eyelids, of the faint hum of air moving in the room, of the heartbeat that changes pace with each exhale. This awareness is not made of effort. It is made of attention that feels rather than defines. To listen with the body is to return to the origin of understanding. Before words, before meaning, there is vibration, the small tremor of air, the soft weight of presence. You do not need to interpret it. You only need to let it move through you. The body understands the world in this quiet, physical language. It senses what the mind will later try to name. Breathe once more. Notice how the breath enters, cool, delicate, and how it leaves, slower, softer. With each inhale, you receive the world. With each exhale, you return something of yourself. It is a conversation without sound, a rhythm older than thought. You may think that you are breathing air, but perhaps air is also breathing you, drawing you deeper into its patient rhythm, reminding you that every movement inside you is mirrored by a movement outside. Your chest rises as the wind stirs the leaves. Your pulse beats in time with the quiet heart of the earth. So rest here, at the edge between sensing and knowing. Let the body continue to listen. Let the mind grow quiet enough to follow. The next breath will carry you further into the bridge between the inner and the outer, where breath itself becomes understanding. There is something moving through you now, unseen yet constant. It slips quietly in and out, carrying life on its invisible rhythm. You have been breathing since the first moment you arrived here, and yet how rarely do we notice this quiet miracle? The breath is the thread that has never broken, the one connection that has always been faithful. Every inhale is the world entering you. Every exhale is you returning to the world. You are never truly separate. You are woven into existence with every breath you take. The air you draw in now has traveled through leaves, through oceans, through the lungs of others who came before. It carries memory, sunlight, salt, rain, laughter, sorrow, and it becomes you, just for a moment, before you give it back again. Imagine the breath as the tide, the inhale, a gentle wave reaching the shore, the exhale, the retreating sea. You are both the ocean and the sand, both the movement and the stillness. Your breath shapes you like water shapes the land, patiently, rhythmically, endlessly. This is the invisible conversation between your being and the vastness beyond it. Inhale. Feel the coolness at the tip of your nose, the soft expansion of your chest, the quiet rise beneath your ribs. Exhale. Feel the warmth leaving, the subtle release, the surrender that follows trust. This exchange is not something you control. It happens because life wants to live through you. The air does not ask permission to enter. It simply comes. And in that coming and going, you are reminded that you belong to something infinite. The breath is not only air, it is rhythm. It is dialogue. It is the meeting point of spirit and matter, of mind and earth. When you breathe, you are speaking the oldest language, one that needs no sound, only movement, only willingness to receive and to let go. Listen closely to this rhythm. It is the sound of being. It whispers, "You are alive," and that is enough. You don't have to earn your breath. You don't have to deserve it. You only have to notice it, the steady rise and fall that has been keeping you here, moment after moment, like waves that never cease to kiss the shore. If you close your eyes, you might feel how the breath begins before thought, how the body, wise and ancient, knows exactly when to draw in and when to release. It does not hurry, it does not doubt. It trusts the world enough to open itself again and again to what is unseen. There is no need to control the breath. Let it come and go like wind across water. The inhale gathers, the exhale softens. The inhale receives, the exhale gives. You are the bridge in between, the space where the inner world and the outer one meet in silence. Somewhere in that rhythm, you can hear the ocean breathing with you. The trees, too, rising and falling in their own slow dance of air. The world is alive with breath, and in that shared motion, you are never alone. You are a note in a larger symphony, an inhale in a vast, ongoing song of being. So rest here for a while and let the breath remind you. You are not separate from the wind, nor from the tide, nor from the quiet heart of the earth that moves with you. Every inhale is the world entering you. Every exhale, the world being touched by your existence. The mind is like the wind, restless, shifting, full of motion. Sometimes it rushes through like a storm. Sometimes it drifts gently, almost invisible. But always beneath its movement, there is breath. The breath is the ground of the mind, the quiet rhythm that keeps its stories alive. To calm the mind, listen to the breath. When the mind grows anxious, the breath grows shallow. When the heart tightens with worry, The breath holds itself, afraid to move. And when the breath is trapped, the whole body begins to fold inwards, shoulders rising, chest shrinking, as though trying to protect something fragile inside. But what the body really needs in that moment is not protection, it is space. Space made by air, by softness, by permission to breathe again. So take a moment to notice your own breathing. Don't force it. Don't try to make it calm. Simply listen. The inhale, the small gathering of life. The exhale, the gentle release. The body knows this pattern. It has known it since before you could think or speak. Even when the mind forgets how to rest, the breath remembers. Each breath is an act of trust. When you inhale, you open. When you exhale, you let go. That is the rhythm of peace. Opening, releasing, opening again. There is no peace without movement, no stillness without flow. And when you surrender to that movement, the mind begins to soften, to remember its original shape, quiet, vast, patient. The mind is not your enemy. It is simply a voice that has forgotten its breath. It worries because it wants to protect you. But protection without softness becomes tension, and tension blinds the heart. So when the mind begins to race, don't fight it. Just return to the breath, the invisible teacher that speaks in silence. Listen as the air enters you, how it expands the chest, how it brushes against the back of your throat, how it warms as it leaves. Follow that movement until it slows you. Feel how the body begins to unfold again, shoulders lowering, stomach easing, the face softening like water returning to its natural stillness. Every breath is an invitation to come back to now, to remember that peace is not found by controlling the world, but by listening to the quiet that moves through you. The mind may shout, but the breath whispers, and its whisper is always the same. You are safe. You can rest. You can begin again. To calm the mind, listen to the breath. It has been waiting to guide you home. Close your eyes for a moment. Feel the breath moving through you, quiet, steady, patient. Now imagine it is not only your breath. Imagine that each inhale is drawn from the lungs of the world itself, that what fills you now once moved through forests, through rivers, through the open sky. The planet breathes through you. The air you take in has drifted over mountains, has circled through clouds, has danced on the wings of birds. It has risen from oceans and fallen through rain. It has brushed the faces of strangers you will never meet, and still it finds its way to you, gentle, unseen, carrying the memory of every place it has been. Each breath is the earth's whisper saying, I am with you. Inhale and feel the ground beneath you. Solid, unmoving, ancient. The earth holds you the way a mother holds her child. Its stillness supports your stillness. Its gravity gives you weight. Its silence gives you rest. As you breathe in, sense the quiet pulse of soil beneath everything, the roots spreading far below, each one exhaling life upward. You are part of that breath too. Now feel the element of water within your body, the blood flowing through your veins, the quiet waves of your breath rising and falling like a tide. The same rhythm that moves the oceans moves through you. You are made of seas that learned to walk, of rivers that found a way to sing. Each exhale returns moisture to the air, tiny clouds forming in the space between you and the world. You are the rain and the sea at once, and the wind, the breath of the sky. It moves through you without boundary. The air does not stop at your skin. It moves through the pores, the lungs, the heart. It becomes you for a moment, then leaves, transformed but free. There is no separation between your breath and the breeze that stirs the leaves outside. They are one movement, one shared exhalation of the planet itself. Even light breathes through you. The warmth on your skin, the glow behind your closed eyes. These are the breaths of the sun entering through your pores, reminding you that life is not a thing, but a rhythm. Every ray is a heartbeat from a star. Every shimmer on your skin a pulse of time older than thought. You are made of sunlight slowed into matter, a fragment of radiance that learned to breathe. Let your breath blend with all of it now. Earth beneath you, water within you, wind around you, light upon you. Inhale and feel the gathering of these elements, solid, fluid, moving, shining. Exhale and offer them back, a soft gesture of gratitude. Thank you for letting me be. You are not breathing alone. You never were. Each inhale is the planet remembering itself through you. Each exhale is your answer, a quiet participation in the endless exchange that sustains everything. The planet breathes through you. It sings through your heartbeat. It moves through your lungs. It whispers in the rhythm of your sleep. You are not separate from it. You are its breath made human, its silence made sound, its life made visible for a moment in time. So breathe now, slowly, fully, and know that in doing so, you are part of something vast, something ancient, something endlessly alive. There is a kind of wisdom that doesn't speak. It doesn't argue or explain or reason its way into existence. It moves the way breath moves, quietly, without effort, without pride. You can feel it in the pauses between thoughts, in the moment before a word forms, in the stillness that listens beneath sound. Awareness is the breath of understanding. Breathe in slowly and notice how knowing happens by itself. You don't have to decide to feel the air. You simply feel it. You don't have to name the softness around you. The body already knows. This is understanding before language, the kind of knowing that belongs to being, not to thought. When you breathe with awareness, you discover that knowing is not something you do. It is something that unfolds. Each inhale is a gesture of curiosity, each exhale a gesture of acceptance. In that rhythm, you meet the world as it is, not as the mind insists it should be. The breath teaches you to receive reality without resistance, to allow it to move through you like wind through an open field. The mind seeks clarity by thinking, but the breath finds clarity by being. It doesn't chase answers. It doesn't worry about meaning. It simply participates in the living world, a bridge between what is seen and what is felt, between presence and understanding. When you follow the breath, you begin to remember that every moment is already complete. Awareness is not a thought, it is a movement, the same movement that lifts the chest, that fills the lungs, that connects you to everything that breathes. It is the quiet intelligence that keeps the heart beating and the world turning. The understanding that life does not need to be explained, to be known. So let your breath be your teacher. Notice how it comes without demand, how it leaves without fear. Notice how, when you give it your attention, the chaos of the mind begins to loosen its grip. In that looseness, something opens, a space where understanding doesn't need words, where you can simply know through being alive. Breathe now and feel that knowing rise and fall. It moves through you like light through water, clear, unforced, free. This is what it means to understand without thinking, to feel the truth of existence in motion, to sense the world not as an idea, but as a rhythm that holds you gently inside it. Awareness is the breath of understanding, and each breath you take is life reminding you of what you already know. Before we saw, before we spoke, we touched. Touch is the first language, the earliest way the world introduced itself to us. Even before memory, the body was learning the world through contact, the warmth of skin against skin, the firmness of ground beneath our feet, the soft resistance of water against our hands. To touch is to meet existence without words. Feel now, for a moment, the simple truth of contact. The sheet beneath you, the air resting lightly on your skin, the quiet warmth where your hand meets your chest. There is no story here, only sensation. Touch does not ask for interpretation, it asks only for presence. It brings you back to the immediacy of being alive. The world is not separate from you. It meets you exactly where you end, at the surface of skin. Every moment of contact is a conversation. The air presses softly, the fabric receives your weight, your body answers in temperature and pressure. Without speaking, the world and you acknowledge each other. You feel, and in feeling, you are felt. Think of your hands, how they hold, how they reach. Each palm is a small universe of awareness. When you touch something, a leaf, a cup, another person, you are not only learning about it, you are also giving something of yourself. The warmth of your hand travels outward, the texture of the world travels inward. In that instant, the boundary between inner and outer disappears. Touch becomes a bridge, a merging of presence. Notice how touch has its own intelligence. It knows softness from strength, warmth from cold, trust from fear. It moves slowly when there is tenderness, firmly when there is need. Touch reveals not only the world, but also the heart behind it. Every gesture you make carries the quiet signature of who you are. Even now, lying here, you are surrounded by a tapestry of contact. The air touches you with its coolness, the pillow with its patient support, the ground with its steady acceptance. You are held from every side by texture, by gravity, by the invisible tenderness of space. And the more you notice it, the more you realize that the world has been touching you all along. To touch is not to grasp, it is to receive. It is the art of allowing the world to enter without defense. When you touch gently, the world responds in kind. This is not metaphor, it is law, the quiet physics of compassion. So let your awareness rest in the fingertips of your existence. Let it feel the pulse of life meeting life. For in every touch, something sacred happens. You are reminded that you are not an observer of the world. You are part of its skin. To touch is to meet existence without words. And in that meeting, you and the world become one continuous breath of being. Listen. Before you name what you hear, just listen. Let the sounds arrive as they are, unlabeled, untamed, alive. There is no need to reach for them. They are already reaching you. Every sound is a message from the present. Somewhere near, perhaps, the faint hum of air, a whisper of the night moving through the room. Farther still, maybe a soft stirring outside, the gentle rustle of wind touching the leaves, the rhythm of a world that never really sleeps. Even the silence between sounds has texture. a thickness, a depth, a quiet kind of pulse. The world is not still. It is breathing in waves of vibration, and you are inside that breath. Sound is the touch of air. Each note, each whisper is the world pressing lightly against your body. You do not just hear with your ears. You feel with your whole being. The chest subtly expands. The skin tingles with movement. The heart adjusts its pace to the rhythm around it. Listening is not a skill of the mind. It is a gesture of presence. Close your eyes and imagine the sound of the wind, not the idea of it, but its motion. Feel how it curls, how it travels, how it carries stories from faraway places. The wind touches every surface and makes it sing. Leaves, windows, branches, even your breath. You are part of that great orchestra. The same air that makes the world sing moves quietly through your lungs. You are both the listener and the instrument. Every sound carries a message, not in words, but in being. The low hum of a distant car, movement, the ticking of the clock, time unfolding, the soft rhythm of your heartbeat, life continuing. When you listen deeply, you realize that each sound simply says, now, now, now. There is no sound from the past or the future. Sound only lives in the present. To listen is to live fully here. The night has its own music, the kind that hums softly under everything. It is the sound of stillness expressing itself, the sound of existence remembering that it is alive. Even silence is never empty. It holds within it the faint murmur of breath, the quiet vibration of your pulse, the distant echo of stars moving through the sky. Everything is always speaking in its own way, if only you grow still enough to hear. You do not need to analyze sound. You need only to allow it to move through you. When a sound enters, let it pass. When it leaves, do not chase it. Listening in this way, you begin to hear not only what surrounds you, but what you are made of. The same air, the same resonance, the same flow. So listen now, not with the ears, but with the whole of your presence. Let sound touch you like light touches water. Let it ripple softly through your awareness, each vibration a reminder that you are part of the world's unfolding song. Every sound is a message from the present. Every tone, every whisper, every breath of wind against your window is life speaking gently to remind you. You are here, and the world is still singing to you. Even with your eyes closed, light still finds you. It presses gently through your eyelids, a soft warmth, a quiet shimmer. The world reminding you that it is still here. The eyelids glow with the memory of day. It is not sight, but a kind of remembering, a trace of radiance that lingers in the skin, in the blood, in the quiet chambers of awareness. Light has always been the oldest companion of life. It moves across the surface of everything, touching, revealing, giving form. But even when it fades, its echo remains. The afterglow behind the eyes, the warmth on your cheeks, the way shadows seem to hum softly in the dark. Light never really disappears. It only changes shape, finding new ways to be felt. You can sense it even now, that faint blush of gold beneath your closed eyes, the dim pulse of the night around you. Darkness is not the absence of light, it is its resting place. The two belong to each other, like breath and stillness, like tide and shore. When one retreats, the other appears, each making the other possible. Let yourself rest between them. Notice how your body responds to this balance, how the mind slows when the world dims, how the muscles soften as light withdraws. This is nature's rhythm moving through you, day becoming night, brightness folding into quiet. Even here, in this gentle dark, you are surrounded by illumination, a softer kind, one that glows from within. Light teaches without words. It reveals not by explaining, but by being. When it touches the world, everything becomes more itself. When it leaves, the hidden, the unseen, the quiet depths come forward. Understanding, too, is like this. Flashes of clarity followed by tender dimness, each helping you to see in a different way. Think of how morning light creeps slowly across a room, how it does not rush, how it finds its way into corners patiently. That same patience lives in you. Awareness, like light, expands naturally when given space. It doesn't need to be forced or grasped. It spreads gently, revealing the contours of the moment until everything is softly illuminated from within. Now imagine that every breath is a movement of light, inhaling brightness, exhaling into shadow. Inhale and let the world glow inside you. Exhale and let the glow settle into calm. This is the dance of perception, the meeting of light and dark within your being. You do not need to choose between them. You only need to feel their rhythm. The eyelids glow with the memory of day, but they also cradle the peace of night. Both are gifts, light to remind you of life's openness, darkness to remind you of life's rest. Together they hold you, balancing wakefulness and surrender. So as you lie here now, let yourself feel both the warmth and the cool, the shimmer and the still. Let your awareness drift between them, like a feather moving between sun and shadow. There, in that soft in-between, you will find something luminous, not light, not dark, but the quiet understanding that holds them both. Even in darkness, light continues to breathe through you, and in every breath, you become a little more radiant, a little more aware of the quiet glow that has been yours all along. There comes a moment after listening, after feeling, when all the senses begin to merge. Touch, sound, light, they dissolve into one gentle field of being. You are no longer collecting sensations, you are floating within them. Each breath, each pulse, each sound of the world meets you in quiet harmony. The sheets that hold your body, the air that brushes your skin, the faint hum of the night. They are not separate from you. They are extensions of your awareness, expressions of the same rhythm that moves within your chest. You are not surrounded by the world. You are within it, and it within you. When you touch, you are touched. When you listen, you are heard. When light falls upon your skin, it does not end at the surface. It enters, warms, transforms. Every sense is an exchange, a continuous giving and receiving. Belonging is not something you must find. It is something you remember. Think of the air, how it enters you without asking. Think of the ground, how it carries you without complaint. Think of the night, how it holds you in its vast, tender quiet. All these are gestures of welcome, the world's silent way of saying, you are part of this. To exist is already to be included. You have never truly been separate. Every breath proves it. Every sound that reaches you has traveled through the same atmosphere that fills your lungs. Every ray of light that touches you has crossed unimaginable distances just to arrive on your skin. The world has been reaching for you since the beginning. And now, at last, you are still enough to feel it. Let that realization move through you slowly, like warmth spreading in water. This is not a thought. It is a recognition, a quiet yes from the heart. The mind may wander, but the body always knows. I belong to the world, not as an observer, but as a participant in its unfolding. Notice how belonging feels, how it softens the muscles, how it widens the breath. Belonging is peace without effort. It is the body resting in its true home. You are not apart from the world. You are its continuation, its echo, its rhythm made human. Stay here for a moment in this quiet certainty that needs no proof. Feel how the senses weave together, how awareness becomes whole again. This is where the separation between you and everything else begins to fade. This is where the body and the world meet in understanding. Soon, you will begin to sense the next unfolding, the meeting of the body and the mind, the conversation between thought and flesh, between knowing and being. But for now, let this truth settle like dusk. You belong. You have always belonged. And the world, in its endless tenderness, breathes with you to remind you so. There is a quiet border between the body and the mind, a line we often imagine but that no one has ever truly found. If you close your eyes and look inward, you may begin to wonder where thought ends and sensation begins. Does the thought of warmth arise before the feeling of it? Or does the body dream the thought into being? The truth is softer than either side of that question. The mind and body are not two. They are one continuous field, rippling in different textures of awareness. The mind is the body's finest movement, a current so subtle that we call it thinking. Thoughts are just the body's finer movements, vibrations too delicate to touch, but still born of the same living fabric that moves your breath and heartbeat. Listen to your thoughts, the way you would listen to wind moving through trees. They rise, they pass, they change shape. Some are loud, like storms, some barely audible, but all of them are made of the same air that fills your lungs. Thinking is another form of breathing. You do not create thoughts any more than you create wind. They flow through you, shaped by the spaces inside. Feel your body as you listen, the pulse in your wrist, the quiet pressure of your tongue against your teeth, the slow rhythm of breath beneath your ribs. Notice how each of these movements continues effortlessly without the mind's direction, and yet they are not separate from consciousness. They are consciousness expressed through form. The body thinks in touch and motion. The mind feels through memory and light. Together they compose a single awareness, the living intelligence of being. If you observe carefully, you can sense how thought itself carries a physical quality. An anxious idea tightens the chest, a joyful one expands it. A memory can warm the skin or chill the spine. Every thought leaves a trace in the flesh, and every sensation sends ripples through the mind. The two are in constant dialogue, partners in the same unfolding dance. The skin, that delicate boundary, is not a wall, but a meeting place. It is where the world touches your mind. Through the fingertips, through the air that cools your neck, through the sound that trembles in your bones, the world enters, and thought awakens to receive it. You are not inside your body, you are throughout your body, and your body is throughout the world. When you sit quietly enough, you may feel the mind soften, spreading outward like warmth through water. It is no longer a voice behind your eyes, but a gentle awareness flowing through every cell. In that state, there is no need to decide where you end. The breath, the heartbeat, the pulse of the world all merge into one living rhythm. The mind is not an observer of the body. It is the body's own reflection, its echo, its music, its self-awareness. To think is to feel subtly. To feel is to think deeply. There is no hierarchy here, no separation, only different expressions of the same presence. So rest within your skin, not as a boundary, but as a bridge. Let thought move like breath. Let sensation speak like language. There, in the stillness beneath both, you may find something simple and immense, the quiet truth that you are whole, that body and mind are not two, but one continuous movement of life, remembering itself with every breath. Every emotion leaves a trace somewhere in the body. Worry gathers in the chest, fear in the stomach, grief in the throat, anger in the jaw, and unspoken longing in the shoulders. The mind may speak in words, but the body remembers in weight and pressure, in the subtle ways it holds and guards itself against the world. If you listen closely, you can feel it. Those small, familiar places of holding, the jaw slightly clenched, the brow furrowed, even in rest, the stomach drawn in as if protecting something tender and unspoken. This is the body's language of care and survival. It has learned to hold its stories in muscle and breath, long after the mind has moved on. But now, there is no need to hold. There is only the quiet invitation to release. To relax is to understand without resistance. It is the body's way of saying, I trust again. Begin with the breath. Let the inhale arrive slowly, a tide of soft awareness rising through the chest. Let the exhale fall longer, gentler, washing over every corner of tension. With each breath, imagine that you are giving permission. Permission to rest, permission to loosen, permission to simply be. Feel the weight of your head. Notice how it rests upon the pillow, how gravity carries it without effort. Let the muscles around the eyes soften, as though the eyes themselves are breathing. Let the jaw unclench, the tongue rest loosely against the roof of the mouth. This is the face remembering ease. Move your awareness to the neck and shoulders. They have carried so much. The invisible burdens of responsibility, of expectation, of care. With every exhale, let them fall a little closer to the earth. Let the shoulders become heavy, not with fatigue, but with trust. The world can hold you now. Now bring your attention to the chest, the space that rises and falls with every breath. Inside it lives the heart, beating quietly, faithfully, never asking for praise, only space. Let the breath widen this space. Feel the ribs expand, the back release, the front of the body opening like morning light. You are safe to open. Let the wave of awareness travel downward, through the stomach, through the hips, through the legs. Wherever there is tightness, let warmth move in, the way sunlight softens frost. The thighs, the knees, the calves, they too have carried you through movement and stillness alike. Now, let them rest. Finally, come to the feet, those quiet roots of the body. Feel how they connect you to the ground, how the earth beneath you quietly receives your weight. You do not need to hold yourself up. You are already being held. This is not just relaxation, it is remembrance, the remembering that understanding does not need effort. You do not need to analyze peace to feel it. You do not need to think your way to ease. You only need to stop resisting what already wants to happen. The body knows how to release. It has been waiting for your permission. To relax is to understand without resistance. It is the moment when the body sighs and the mind finally listens. It is the meeting of gravity and grace, the quiet surrender that makes space for life to move again. So rest now. Let every breath soften the edges of holding. Let every exhale return you to the simple truth that peace is not something defined, but something that begins the moment you stop holding on. There is a way of knowing that does not begin in the head. It begins in motion, in rhythm, in touch. The philosopher Merleau-Ponty once wrote, "The body is our way of being in the world." He meant that we do not simply have a body, we are a body, and through it, the world becomes visible, audible, tangible. The body is not the instrument of consciousness, it is consciousness in motion. Watch the way a dancer moves, how the music seems to appear through her body rather than around it. She is not thinking about the steps, she is the steps. The body knows what the mind could never calculate in time. It senses direction, balance, breath, space, an understanding that happens faster than language. This is thought before thought, intelligence living in gesture. Everyday life is filled with this unspoken knowing. The way you reach for a glass of water without looking, the way your fingers find the light switch in the dark, the way you adjust your breath to match the pace of someone walking beside you. You are thinking, always, but not with words, not with analysis, with presence. The body thinks through movement, through rhythm, through 1,000 quiet adjustments that make the world fit. Consider the painter standing before her canvas. Before the brush even touches color, something moves in her, a pulse, an urge, a silent decision rising from the chest or wrist. The mind might claim it later, but the first motion belongs to the body's knowing. Her gesture finds the curve, the angle, the texture, not by logic, but by feeling. The hand has its own memory, the muscles their own way of seeing. Each stroke is a sentence in the language of motion, or think of the walker on a quiet street. The rhythm of steps becomes a kind of meditation. The eyes soften, the breath steadies with the swing of the arms, and thoughts begin to settle into a slower pace. Walking is not only travel, it is reflection, embodied. The world enters through the soles of the feet, through the cool air brushing the skin, through the alignment of heartbeat and horizon. In movement, the boundary between me and world blurs. You walk, and the world walks with you. Or picture a mother holding her child. Before she speaks, before she thinks, her arms already know how to cradle. Her breath adjusts to the rhythm of the small body resting against her. There is no calculation in that gesture, only instinct, only love made physical. It is not intellect that guides her hands, but an ancient, embodied wisdom. In that quiet exchange, two lives breathe as one. Intelligence lives at the gesture. It is not separate from emotion, from instinct, from the senses. It is the graceful intelligence of the body adapting, responding, expressing. Even stillness has thought within it, a posture, a balance, a silent readiness to move. To listen to the body's thinking is to trust that awareness can live below words, that wisdom can exist in the curve of a spine or the rhythm of a walk. When you stop seeing the body as a vessel and begin to see it as a language, you discover how deeply it speaks. The tilt of the head, the opening of the hand, the slow release of breath. Each carries understanding, each reveals the silent intelligence of being alive. So, breathe and feel your own gestures now, the way your chest rises, the way your fingers rest. Even in stillness, your body continues to think, continues to know, continues to participate in the unfolding world. Thought does not end where the skin begins. It extends into every movement, every sensation, every pulse that connects you to what surrounds you. The body is our way of being in the world. And when you move, when you touch, when you rest, you are not only living, you are thinking, you are understanding, you are remembering. Through the wisdom that breathes in your flesh, the body speaks in whispers. Its language is older than words, older than thought, older even than memory. It speaks through pulse and rhythm, through warmth and pressure, through the silent conversation of breath and movement. Every pulse is the body's whisper. To listen, you do not need effort, only attention. Begin now, with the gentle rise and fall of your breath. Feel it as it moves through you, a quiet tide washing in and out. There is no need to change it. The breath does not need to be perfect to be holy. It only needs to be noticed. Let the air enter softly through the nose. Let it expand your chest and feel the small pause before it leaves again. In that pause, the body is speaking. I am here. I am alive. Now bring your awareness to the heart. Beneath the ribs, beneath the breath, there is a rhythm. Gentle, steady, patient. It beats not because you will it to, but because life moves through you without question. Listen to its quiet strength. The heart does not shout. It repeats itself calmly, faithfully, as if to say, no matter where your mind goes, I am with you. Let your attention drift lower to the belly, the center of instinct, the seat of intuition. This is where feeling gathers before it becomes thought. When you are anxious, it tightens. When you trust, it softens. Place a hand there if you wish and feel how it rises with each breath. There is intelligence in that motion, the wisdom of balance, the rhythm of safety and release. Move now to the throat. This is where words are born, but also where they are held back. You may notice a faint tension there, a reminder of things unspoken, of emotions once swallowed. Breathe gently into that space. Imagine the breath passing through it like wind through reeds. No need to force, only soften. The throat knows how to open when you stop guarding it. Now return to the whole of yourself, the chest, the hands, the legs, the quiet hum beneath the skin. All these are instruments in the same orchestra. Each vibration, each temperature, each flutter of movement is the body's way of keeping you in the present. Sensation is not a distraction from awareness. It is awareness made tangible. When you truly listen to sensation, you begin to hear the deeper language, one made of rhythm and presence, not logic or control. You begin to understand that the body does not ask for perfection, only for listening. To be with your sensations is to be with your life, raw, immediate, unfolding. So rest here for a moment. Feel your breath as it meets your pulse, your heartbeat as it answers back. This is the dialogue that has been happening since before you were born. It does not need translation. It only needs your attention. Every pulse is the body's whisper. And when you listen closely enough, you will find that what it has been saying all along is simple, a quiet, steady truth. You are here. You are alive. You are enough. Every emotion begins as a sensation. Before it becomes a word, before it becomes a story, it lives somewhere in the body, a tremor, a warmth, a weight, a flutter, Each feeling paints its own landscape within you. Sadness is heavy, joy expands, fear contracts. The body does not lie about how it feels. If you listen closely, you can sense these landscapes shifting. Sadness may gather low in the chest, a slow river of weight pulling you inward. It is not only sorrow, it is gravity, a reminder that something once mattered deeply. Do not resist it. The heaviness of sadness is the body's way of holding memory, not as thought, but as tenderness made physical. If you let it move, it will soften, the way water softens even stone. Joy feels different. It moves outward like sunlight spreading across the skin. It lifts the shoulders, opens the chest, makes space in places you didn't know were closed. Joy has no effort in it. It arrives like a breeze, effortless, and the body, wise as ever, widens to receive it. Notice how joy moves, how it rises, how it expands. To feel joy fully is not to cling to it, but to let it flow through, bright and fleeting like light over a field. Fear, too, is a teacher. It contracts the body sharply, shoulders up, breath shallow, stomach tight. The mind might call it danger, but the body simply says, protect. This contraction is not wrong. It is instinct, an ancient pulse of survival. If you bring awareness to fear, if you breathe gently into its edges, you will feel that even fear has rhythm. It tightens, but it also releases. It wants movement, not judgment. Anger burns hotter, a spark in the jaw, a heat in the hands. It is energy, asking for direction. When ignored, it hardens. When felt with attention, it transforms. Anger wants clarity, to draw lines where confusion once lived. Listen to its warmth without acting from it. Let it speak its truth through the heat, then let it cool, like fire settling into steady light. And then there is love, not the idea of love, but the sensation of it. Love hums quietly under the ribs. It expands and softens at the same time. It asks for nothing but presence. Love is the space where all emotions meet: sadness, joy, fear, tenderness, each recognized, each allowed to exist. When you observe emotion through the body, you begin to understand that no feeling is permanent. Each one is a movement, a weather pattern passing through the landscape of being. You are not the storm. You are the earth beneath it. You do not need to control what you feel. You only need to listen to how it moves. Try this now. Notice one emotion that lingers quietly in you. Don't name it, don't analyze it. Just ask, where does it live in my body? Does it rise or fall? Does it tighten or soften? Does it have warmth or coolness or weight? The body will tell you, and when you listen long enough, you may notice the feeling begin to change, to breathe, to release. Emotions are physical landscapes. They move, they shift, they dissolve. They are the body's way of translating experience into rhythm and sensation. To feel them fully is to let the body speak. To listen without words is to trust that wisdom lives beneath thought. Sadness is heavy. Joy expands. Fear contracts. But all are movements within the same living field. Your body, your world, your being, forever translating life into feeling and feeling back into peace. There is a kind of knowing that rises before thought. It comes quietly like light before dawn, a soft stirring in the chest, a subtle pull in the gut, a sense that something is true before you can explain why. This is intuition, the wisdom of the flesh. It speaks through feeling, not through words. Your body answers before you ask. Most of us have learned to overlook it. We search for logic, for proof, for certainty. But the body's intelligence moves beneath logic, woven into the rhythm of your nerves, the pace of your breath, the direction of your gaze. It is not mystical, it is physical. 1,000 micro movements that guide you toward what feels right and away from what feels wrong. Think of a moment when you sensed unease before danger arrived, or when you met someone and felt instantly that you could trust them or not. No reasoning, no analysis, just a deep hum of recognition inside the chest. That is intuition speaking. It is not guessing. It is listening to the accumulated wisdom of every breath, every memory, every cell. The body gathers more than the mind can process. It reads the tone of a voice, the rhythm of footsteps, the texture of silence in a room. It notices patterns that thought is too slow to name. This awareness is not separate from consciousness. It is consciousness expressed through the language of sensation. Intuition is what happens when the mind becomes quiet enough to feel. It begins as a whisper, a tug in the stomach, a soft leaning forward, a warmth spreading through the chest. You might call it instinct or alignment or truth. Whatever the name, it feels simple, unmistakable, like the body nodding yes in its own secret tongue. To connect with intuition, you do not need to think harder. You need to feel deeper. You must turn inward toward the sensations that rise and fall like tides within you. Notice what opens and what closes. Notice what expands and what contracts. These are not random reactions. They are messages. Your body is constantly telling you how it perceives the world, how it responds to the energy around it. Try listening now. Take a slow breath. Ask yourself no question at all. Simply feel. Notice where the breath wants to go, how the heart moves in response. There may be warmth or stillness or a quiet ache. That is intuition speaking, not in words, but in resonance. When you stay with that feeling, it begins to clarify itself. It becomes a direction, a gentle yes or no, a knowing that has no need to explain. Intuition is the body thinking in silence. It is the conversation between the unseen and the physical, between what has been learned and what is yet to come. It is the echo of experience and the anticipation of what aligns with life. Your body answers before you ask. Trust that. Trust the subtle pull, the quiet turn of attention, the calm or unease that rises without reason. They are not accidents. They are language. They are your being communicating with itself. When you learn to listen to the body's intuition, you stop asking life to speak louder. You realize it has been whispering all along, in the pulse, in the breath, in the skin's quiet knowing. And in that whisper, you find the most honest truth of all. Understanding without thought, wisdom without effort, a knowing that simply is. Listen closely now. Even as you rest, the dialogue continues. The body speaks and the world replies, not in words, but in rhythm, in breath, in stillness. In every stillness, a conversation continues. The air that cools your skin is the world's answer to your warmth. The ground beneath you responds to your weight, holding you without question. When you exhale, the air receives what you no longer need and offers you in return a quiet moment of space. You are never speaking alone. Every beat of your heart sends a ripple outward, through the chest, through the skin, through the air. And though you cannot see it, the world feels that movement, the same way the ocean feels the pull of the moon. Existence listens to you just as you listen to it. Notice how stillness is never empty. It hums softly, like a vast breath paused in midair. Inside that hum, everything is listening. The body, the wind, the faint pulse of night. There is no need to name it. Just rest in the awareness that you are part of this endless exchange. Your body has been speaking to the world since the beginning. Through movement, through touch, through quiet presence. It says, "I am here." And the world replies, "Yes, I feel you." This conversation is the essence of being alive, a communion beyond sound, beyond thought, beyond effort. So lie here and let the stillness speak. Feel how the breath moves between you and everything else, a soft bridge, a constant reply. The more silent you become, the clearer the dialogue grows. There is no separation now, only the gentle rhythm of listening and being heard. In this silence, you are not alone. You are in conversation with all that exists. The body sighs. The world answers. And between them, peace unfolds like light across water. In every stillness, a conversation continues. And tonight, as you drift into rest, the world will keep listening. And so will you. Where does your skin end and the air begin? Pause for a moment and truly feel. The mind might want to draw a line. Here is me. There is everything else. But the body knows no such boundary. It feels the air resting upon it, the quiet exchange of temperature and breath. It senses continuity, not separation. The truth is softer than the mind imagines. You are not contained. You are continuous. The skin is not a wall. It is a meeting place. Each pore is a doorway. Each breath a bridge between inner and outer. With every inhale, the world enters, unseen, effortless. With every exhale, you return something of yourself. Warmth, breath, life. This exchange happens endlessly, so constant that you forget it is even there. But it is the most intimate of all conversations. Let yourself feel it now, the air touching your face, the slow expansion of your chest, the quiet pulse beneath your skin. Can you tell where one ends and the other begins? The line blurs. The body becomes air. The air becomes body. You breathe, and the world breathes with you. Even stillness moves. The warmth of your breath drifts outward. The coolness of the room returns to you. You are inside this movement, woven into the invisible rhythm that keeps everything alive. You are not in the world. You are the world, folded delicately into form. The sense of I, that small, familiar center, is not an error, but a wave. It rises, crests, dissolves. It helps you navigate, but it is not the whole ocean. When you rest deeply, when thought quiets and breath slows, you can feel the vastness beyond that wave, a self without edge, a presence that belongs to everything. Where does your skin end and the air begin? Perhaps they were never separate. Perhaps the touch of air is not something outside you, but an extension of your own awareness. The air moves through the body and the body shapes the air. Together they form one continuous gesture, existence breathing itself. In this soft awareness, the usual boundaries dissolve. Inside and outside become two sides of the same movement. You are not observing the world. You are participating in it as intimately as light participates in shadow. This is what it means to dissolve the edges of self, not to lose yourself, but to remember that you were never separate. Feel the simplicity of this moment, breath moving in and out, heartbeat echoing through the chest. Stillness hums quietly beneath it all. The you that breathes is not different from the wind that stirs the trees, the waves that rise and fall, the pulse that moves through stars. Everything breathes together. Let the boundaries fade now. the idea of body, of air, of world. Let them merge into one seamless field of presence. You are not dissolving into nothing. You are dissolving into everything. And in that vast, gentle space, you begin to understand that the world was never outside you. It has always been the greater body you belong to. Where does your skin end and the air begin? Perhaps here, in this quiet breath, they meet and never truly part again. You are breathing forests, oceans, histories. Each inhale is not just air, it is the breath of trees, the exhalation of mountains and rivers, the quiet sigh of all that has lived before you. The world moves through you with every breath, and in return, you give it part of yourself. This is not poetry, this is biology, and yet it feels like prayer. The oxygen that fills your lungs was born in the hearts of stars, carried through time by light, woven into oceans, released by leaves beneath the sun. Every cell in your body is built from the memory of those elements. You are not simply on the earth, you are of it. The minerals in your bones once slept inside stone. The salt on your skin once drifted in the sea. The water in your veins once fell as rain upon ancient soil. You carry the planet's history in your flesh. When you breathe, you are participating in the oldest exchange. The forest exhales. You inhale. You exhale. The forest inhales. It is a perfect circle, a silent rhythm older than thought. Through it, the world sustains you, and you, in turn, sustain the world. You are not borrowing from nature. You are nature remembering itself. Listen to your breath again. Notice its weight, its texture, the way it carries a hint of warmth as it leaves you. That warmth is your offering, energy returning to the greater cycle. Somewhere, far away, the wind that once touched your skin will touch another face, another leaf, another life. The world moves in endless conversation with itself, and you are one voice in that eternal chorus. Every heartbeat echoes that belonging. It is not just your pulse, it is the rhythm of tides, the tempo of rain, the heartbeat of life itself reverberating in your chest. When your heart beats, it is not separate from the world's pulse. It is one wave among countless others. You are breathing forests. You are breathing oceans. You are breathing the laughter and grief of all who came before you. Their breath, their warmth, their living dust are carried within you still. You are the continuation of everything, a moving fragment of the universe's endless unfolding. Even your thoughts, those quiet ripples of awareness, are shaped by the world's rhythm. They arise like wind patterns, formed by the landscapes of memory, by what you have seen, heard, and touched. The mind itself is an echo of the earth, its mountains and rivers translated into thought. So when you breathe, breathe with reverence. When you rest, rest as the forest rests at dusk, as the sea rests between waves. To live is to participate in this boundless exchange of giving and receiving. To know yourself is to recognize the world within your very breath. You are not a separate being wandering through nature. You are nature walking in human form. You are the forest aware of its own roots, the ocean conscious of its tides, the stars dreaming of themselves through your eyes. You are breathing forests, oceans, histories. You are breathing the world, and the world, with every quiet breath, is breathing you. There is a moment, quiet, weightless, so simple that the mind almost misses it, where there is no space between the one who perceives and what is perceived. No distance between the breath and the air, the sound and the ear, the feeling and the one who feels it. In that moment, all separation dissolves. Knowing and being are one movement. You have touched this space before, perhaps without realizing it. It is there in the instant before a thought forms, in the hush that follows deep laughter, in the still pause between waves. It is the quiet behind every heartbeat, the awareness that holds every experience without claiming it. This moment is not rare. It is always here, like the sky waiting behind the clouds of thought. Close your eyes and notice the breath again. Don't follow it, just feel it. It moves in, it moves out. You are not separate from it. You are that movement itself. The body expands, contracts. The air enters, leaves. There is no border between giver and receiver. The world breathes you, and you breathe the world. Now, listen. The faint sounds around you, perhaps the hum of air, the soft murmur of night, they reach you effortlessly. You don't have to go to them. They come to you. And yet, even as you hear them, notice that the sound and the hearing are not two events. There is only hearing, pure, direct, immediate. Awareness and the world are happening together. This is the moment without distance, the moment when time pauses and experience unfolds as one seamless flow. No observer, no observed, only presence, knowing itself through sensation. Feel the warmth of your skin, the texture of stillness pressing softly against it. You are not touching the world from the outside. You are meeting it from within. The touch and the touched are two sides of the same act. The more you sense, the more the illusion of distance fades. In truth, there was never a gap to bridge. It was thought they drew the lines, the I and the it, the inside and the out there. But the body, the breath, the heart, they never believed in those lines. They have always lived in direct contact with the moment as it is. The pulse does not think about beating, it simply beats. The breath does not analyze the air, it simply moves. Being and knowing are not two acts. They are the same current flowing through everything that lives. In this silence, you can feel how immediate life really is. There is no journey to presence. You have never left it. Even thinking, even wandering happens within it. The moment without distance is not something to reach. It is something to notice. It is what has been holding you from the very beginning. So rest here, in the space where everything touches itself. The breath, the body, the world, all part of one living awareness. There is no center, no edge, only the gentle unfolding of being. Knowing and being are one movement, a single pulse of existence, forever returning to itself. And when you rest inside that truth, you realize there is nothing left to seek, because the seeker and the found were never two. The moment without distance is the quiet heart of everything. It is here, now, listening through you, breathing through you, being you, completely, endlessly, whole. The night has grown quiet around you. The breath has found its rhythm again, steady, unhurried, soft as the tide. Everything that needed to be felt has been felt. Everything that needed to move has moved. Now what remains is the gentle return, not to somewhere new, but to the silence that has been here all along. Silence is not the absence of sound. It is the space that allows sound to exist. It is not the opposite of movement, but the stillness that holds all motion in balance. You have touched it before, in the pause between heartbeats, in the brief exhale before sleep. It waits patiently beneath every thought, beneath every breath, like the ocean, beneath its waves. Let yourself sink into that silence now. There is no need to hold yourself upright in the mind. The body knows what to do. It knows how to fall, how to rest, how to drift back into its own quiet intelligence. Trust it, the same way you trust the breath to find its way home. Feel the stillness spreading through you, from the crown of the head down through the neck, the shoulders, the arms. Feel the weight of your hands resting in peace. Let the spine soften, the chest open just enough for breath to flow easily. The stomach rises and falls without demand. The legs, the feet, they grow heavier, as if gravity itself were a lullaby. You are being carried now by something larger than thought, the gentle rhythm of life that moves without asking. There is nothing left to do. No need to achieve quiet, you are already within it. No need to chase sleep, you are already moving toward it in the soft current of rest. Notice the air around you. It doesn't end at your skin, it moves through you, a silent companion. The night is breathing with you, a single shared rhythm between you and the world. You are not falling into silence, you are returning to it, to the space where all sound begins and ends. The mind may still whisper, but even those whispers are welcome. They too are part of the night's conversation. You don't need to quiet them. You only need to listen, the way you would listen to waves that fade gently into shore. Each thought arrives, bows, and dissolves back into silence. This is the gentle return, the slow surrender into being. Here, you are not separate from anything. The breath, the body, the air, the stars, they all belong to the same stillness. Even the heartbeat, once loud, has softened into rhythm. It beats not for effort now, but for peace. You may notice that awareness itself is beginning to blur, not disappearing, but expanding, like mist over quiet water. There is no need to hold on to yourself. The self is safe here. It knows how to rest. It knows how to let go and be carried by the quiet that made it. And so, as the night deepens, let yourself dissolve gently into its calm. Let the silence rise around you, holding you the way the ocean holds a wave. You are not leaving life, you are returning to its still center, the place that breathes without effort, that knows without words, that rests without end. This is the gentle return, the moment when everything within you and everything around you finally become the same silence, the silence that has always been home. There comes a moment when the body no longer moves towards sleep. It becomes sleep. The edges blur, the breath deepens, and awareness folds inward like a petal closing at dusk. Nothing is lost here. You are not falling away from the world. You are drifting into its quiet heart. The body knows how to rest. It has always known. Even before thought, even before language, the body carried the wisdom of night, the instinct to yield, to soften, to return to stillness. You do not have to force it. Sleep is not something you make happen. It is something that unfolds when everything else is finally at peace. Feel the breath slowing, each inhale shorter, each exhale longer, the pauses between them growing sweet and wide. The body is learning the rhythm of surrender. Every cell begins to listen. Every muscle remembers how to rest. The weight of the head sinks deeper into the pillow. The eyes, behind closed lids, no longer search for light. They are resting in their own dark glow. the soft echo of dreams forming far beneath. The hands are warm, open, no longer grasping. They float at the edge of stillness, half in the world, half beyond it. You can feel the body loosening its hold on the day, the conversations, the effort, the endless small intentions of waking life. All of it drifts outward like ripples on water, spreading farther until they vanish. What remains is the simple act of being, unthinking, unguarded, free. In this silence, you are not the one who sleeps. Sleep happens through you, the way wind passes through leaves. The breath moves, the body listens. Awareness begins to dim, softly, like a candle lowering its flame. There is no boundary between waking and dreaming, only a gentle crossing. Imagine yourself as the night sky, vast, dark, endless, and your thoughts as faint constellations slowly fading into cloud. They are still there, but they no longer need to shine. They can rest too. Even the stars sleep, turning slowly behind the veil of time. Let the body become the world again. The warmth of your skin is the warmth of the earth. The rhythm of your breath is the ocean's tide. The quiet pulse of your heart is the heartbeat of every living thing. You are not drifting away. You are returning to unity, the deep rest of being that holds all things. Now let the breath become softer still. Let the sound of it fade until even breathing feels like silence. You are safe here. You are surrounded by the quiet that made you. Sleep is not absence, it is communion. It is the world closing its eyes through you. Soon, even words will disappear. Only rhythm will remain, the slow rise and fall of breath, the tender pulse beneath the ribs, the soundless hum of life continuing in its dream. There is nothing to hold, nothing to do, nothing to fix. Only this, the body, the breath, the night. One single, endless motion of rest. Let go now. Let the mind grow weightless, the body dissolve into warmth, the world cradle you in its dark, endless breath. Sleep is not the end of awareness, it is awareness becoming peace. The body becomes sleep, and sleep in its quiet wisdom becomes the body again, whole, soft, and new, with the promise of another dawn. The night is complete now. Everything that needed to be spoken has turned to quiet. The body has softened into the rhythm of the world. The breath has become the tide again. All the thinking, the searching, the reaching, they have melted into calm. What remains is only presence, unmoving, infinite, whole. You have followed the path back to simplicity, from thought to breath, from breath to body, from body to world, and from world to silence. Each step was a return, each moment a reminder that peace is not a destination, but the essence beneath all things. Now, as you rest, the boundaries that once seemed so sharp are gone. The skin is open to air, the air open to sky, the sky open to everything. There is no separation left to name, only one continuous stillness, the vastness of being breathing quietly through you. Sleep is not escape. It is the world closing its eyes within you. It is the deep remembering that you are not apart from life, but its unfolding dream. The same consciousness that stirs oceans, that turns seasons, now hums softly in your chest. You are not lost in the dark. You are the dark, calm, endless, complete. Let yourself drift now, not downward but inward, into the center of stillness that has always been home. Let awareness dissolve into rest, like light dissolving into dawn. There is nothing to hold on to, because nothing is separate anymore. The world is asleep within you. And you, gentle traveler of breath and silence, are asleep within the world. Rest now. You have already arrived.